Alright, hello, hi, how's it going? We're back at it again. I am excited to keep playing. I'm honestly a little surprised that I've been able to keep this up for so long. Normally when I play a game for 6 days in a row, I get kind of tired of it, but not this one, I suppose. Just goes to show how great of a game it is, at least in my opinion. But yeah, we'll pick up from where we left off yesterday, and that is our first foray into the wonderful land of Groznygrad, which I'm sure will be completely fun and fine and with no flaws and problems at all. Because I am great at this game, as we all know. I love how the game constantly, and I mean constantly, re-equips the 1911 when I do not want it to. Shit. Okay, that's weird. Why is he walking that way? That doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. Can I just like stand here and like CQC him? Is he gonna walk down here? Oh, he totally is. No shot. Yeah, come here, bruh. I got a gift for you. Or alternatively...
Nobody here.
Really? Okay, well... Maybe that was a bit of a waste of ammunition, but whatever. Now let's see if I remember where I'm supposed to go. Because I low-key kinda don't. This is... Oh, hey, you know what this reminds me of? SVD, okay, I don't need that. Is that Mark 22? Yeah. Let's go. Dude, I swear splitter camo is like so bipolar. It's either like amazing or terrible. And even like, you know, an urban environment like this where you're, you know, supposed to be using it, it's kind of like not really that good. There isn't really one that's better, I don't think. I don't really think I need to be like grabbing all of this stuff, but I might as well. I mean, like, why not? You know what I do kind of wish the game would do? It would have been a nice idea. Is to make it so that if you're full for a certain, like, ammo type or something that you're picking up, it would, like, you know, see, like, right there, it shows, like, what it is. I wish that it would show up as red before you pick it up. So that way you would know, oh, okay, like, I'm maxed out on that. Like, I can't use any more of it. Subtastic, how's it going? Chaff grenade, yeah. And I just wasted all my time because I don't need any of that stuff. So now then, I need to go... Yeah, see, I only have like 40% camo, which is really not great. I need to go north, I think. I have to get into the area. This is the point in time where I have to find right carve out shit. I should have just gone this direction because there's like a duct I can go through, I think. Shut up. You ain't see nothing. east. This is like the way I need to go, right? I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Fuck. Damn it. I just meant to move over to the side a little bit more so I could lure him, but what are you gonna do? Well, the good news is now I know which items I need and which ones I don't. Okay. Ugh, I love this. This is my favorite part, sitting through the title screen. How many times have I complained about that? It's been a few. I think what I'm gonna do once I get to the Rykov area is I'm going to um I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to like just wait at the door that he has to go through. Man, that tiptoe feature is so nice. Freeze. Ha! Gotcha. That was nice. Could have screwed that up really badly, and I didn't. I'm happy about that. Okay, so I know that the other area is a little less defended, so maybe I'll go that direction. Yeah, because I know I need to get through to the main building where Rykov is and everything. Why was I even bothering to try to lure that guy? Like, I could just wait here, because he's just going to walk past. Surely there isn't anyone like, okay. It's like my favorite thing to do ever. I love doing the choke. Isn't there a camo up here? Oh, it's the book. Oh yeah, see, the door's right there, see? Shit. Oh, dude, literally 1 second too late. I feel like I should up my sense on that kind of thing, but I don't really know. It's not that big of a deal. That was unlucky. Alright. Well, we have the strategy down. Like I said, the trial and error aspect of this game really doesn't bother me as much as it does in other games because I feel like for some reason in this game more than others, like once I screw something up, I actually learn how to do it better the next time, which is a very rare trait in games these days, but it's something that I really do like a lot because it just makes the game so much more enjoyable in my opinion. For God's sake.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. The enemy is attacking from an unknown position.
I'm just gonna ignore this guy, to be honest. Grab my bullets and get out of here.
Extra caution.
Let's see what I'm getting myself into here. I clear around the corner? Guess so. I think what I want to do is I want to go... Can I go up on that bit of the roof? I guess not. What I'll do is I'll drop down further back. I think that'll be a better... Can that guy see me? I thought that that was a different load area. Okay, that guy will definitely see me. There's a guy like right beneath me, isn't there? Damn. Yeah, okay, he's gonna turn around. Note back here. Oh yeah, the only problem is you have to go through that doorway. Or do I? Is there a vent right there? No, I can't get through that one. I thought this door was a load area. Like, I thought it was a different... Yeah, see, it is. So you knew I wasn't crazy. Okay, well, we're just gonna... You're kidding, right? Come on. That's so stupid. Okay, so then wait for that. I have to wait for that guy at the far end because then his friend sees him if I knock him out too quick. It's a bit of a shame, but what are you gonna do? See, this is kind of funny. It's like the areas that I think I'm gonna struggle with, I don't, but then the areas that I do think I'm gonna struggle with, yeah, the areas I think I'm gonna struggle with, I don't struggle in them. And then the areas that I don't usually struggle in are problematic, like this one. You know, normally I'm perfectly fine getting through this area here. But evidently, this is not ideal at this point in time. I mean, and to be fair, I could have saved a couple of times once I got into the different area, but it's not really that big of a deal. Like, I don't really care. So I have to wait for that guy to, like, walk towards me. Well, nope, nope, not the knife. I think there should be good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because if he sees his friend get knocked out, yeah, if the guards see somebody get knocked out, then they're like, what the heck? Which, you know, is, to be fair and honest, it's a valid reaction. He can't see me. I got 65% camo. Is there a better camo for right now? I mean, obviously spider camo, but like only by 10%. That's funny. I feel like there should be a much better. Oh, okay, we'll try black then. 5%. I'll take that. Okay, this area shouldn't be that bad. I say that now. Can I just hold him up?
Freeze. Speak. Finish me.
It's like the first time I've ever actually executed a decent hold up. I am not very good at doing those. You know, I've been able to do that a couple of times, but I don't usually like to, just because they're kind of risky in my opinion. But is it okay? Make sure the coast is clear. Yeah, okay. Good here. I thought that there were items around. You know what? I should honestly just take care of these guys. Because if I could try to go to the door, they're gonna see me. How did that guy not see the other guy get knocked out? Are you kidding me? Right in front of him. I thought that there were items underneath the stairs there. Let me do a little exploration. Was it on the stairs? No, guess not. Yeah, nothing here. That's a prison room, isn't it? Okay. Mosin bullet. I can use those. Forgot to grab that on the other AK-47. No, I'm gonna go through the door, because the door into the building, there's less stuff in between. Huh, so I came out stalking, interesting. Steel, how's it going? So I know that okay, so that spotlight goes there. I just need to be able to get past these guys. I know that there's loot in the trucks that I probably won't need. I think those are just grenades. I mean, if there is Mark 22 ammo, I'll take it. There's a guy right next to me, isn't there? Ha. My memories of this game remain intact. Son of a bitch. Can I knock that guy out? before he...
Come in, HQ.
So that's so weird. Sometimes they'll call for reinforcements, other times they don't.
Patrol here.
See?
The enemy is attacking from an unknown position. Begin the alert status.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
I'm just gonna go inside, because I don't care. Uniform... Scientist... No paint... Wait, that's not the scientist uniform. There we go. There we go. Should have went in before he called. Yeah. But it won't really matter a whole lot here because in this section, you know, with your disguise on, it's way harder to get spotted unless, like, they're looking directly at you. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. I should save here, though, to be fair. To be safe, I should say. Let me eat something, too. I've gotten so much, like, man-made food. Several scientists upstairs, one downstairs. Okay. Good to know. I know there's a way to unlock this door if you have, like, a, I'm gonna knock that guy out. I need the, sig gas spray and whatnot. Unequip that stuff for the time being. I meant to attract that guy.
What's that sound?
I just need to make sure nobody sees me when I drag this guy in there. Okay, wait a sec. I said I was gonna save. Hang on.
You want to say?
Let's
Hold
not
on a
get too
sec.
ahead of ourselves, okay? Because if somebody sees me dragging that guy, that's gonna be a problem.
Hey, Snake.
Shush. I love you, paramedic, but not right now. Haha, we're good. I'll just leave him there to keep the door open. No, that's a terrible idea. Okay, Mark 22. I don't think I need, like, any of this stuff. Suppressors. Useful. I guess Scorpion. Let me just get him away from the door. There we go. Okay, I don't think I need anything else from here. Now, Rykov, there's a scientist in here, isn't there? Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna ignore that. I don't want to mess with the scientists. Oh, he's right there.
Return to your position.
Hey, dude. How's it going? I'm gonna just... Whose body is this? I'm gonna wait for him to just walk up here, because this is the door that I can get in here. Okay. Because what I need to do is I need to knock him out, get his... Because he eventually walks into this room, does he not? Yeah, I know he does. Or wait a minute, am I not supposed to knock out Rykov right now? Can I just, like... Oh, I can just get in here. See, I keep getting it mixed up. I can't remember which time I have to do what. Isn't there a maintenance uniform in there? I need to grab that, because if I can get that, that'd be useful. I think it's here. Or here. Oh. No, not yet. So I'm just supposed to walk in there with no disguise? That's... If I'm disguised as a scientist in the If I'm disguised as a scientist in the Shagohod room, are they going to be suspicious? Yeah, I had a feeling. Like I said, I can't really remember when I do what. When I'm supposed to take care of Rykov, and yeah, that is the second time, though, you're right. Might as well just open these to be safe, in case there's anything in here. There isn't any, like, real loot up here, I don't think. Yeah, I was trying to open the Rykov locker, but then it was like, oh, it's not opening, that's weird. Because that's the one with the sneaking suit in it later on. But yeah, no, you're right, that one's not available right now. So can I just, like, walk into the Groznygrad, or the... Can I just walk into the Shagohod chamber with the disguise on? Are they gonna care? I have to go past it. I'm so stupid. Wait, do I? I really should have gone to the codec here. Hold on. I know how to play this game. Forgets what I'm supposed to do.
Good. You've infiltrated the East Wing. Rykov should be somewhere in that building. Take him down and steal his...
Oh, so I am supposed to do that now. Never mind. So then I'll just wait. Because he eventually does walk up here, right? At least, so I've heard. I'm just gonna follow him around. That'll be more interesting. He was in the bathroom. Is he still in the No. Maybe it's a bit, like, dumb to just wait around for him, but I don't really want to risk, you know, trying to drag him and getting spotted. I've lost track of him. Maybe he's in here. Is he back there? I can't tell. Maybe he's in the library. There he is. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wait around and follow him because I don't really want to. A book. What are you looking at, bro? Ain't nothing here. Those scientists are too smart for their own good. You're going back to the bathroom? Come on, dude. He does eventually walk upstairs, right? This guy has the weirdest walking behavior I've ever seen. Like, he just goes random places. What if somebody was in the bathroom, Rykov, and you just walked through and opened both of those doors so everybody could see his junk? That'd be weird. Yeah, I think he's going upstairs now, so I'll head him off and then take care of him while he's in this room. As long as there's nobody else up here. I'm gonna ignore that. There he goes. So I'll have to knock him out up here. Oh, it's his hiding spot when the alarm is raised, I see. Hey there, buddy. So it's a little risky to do this in front of the windows, but... don't really have a choice. Hopefully there's nobody there that's gonna look at me. I don't think there's anybody in this room either. Yeah, the sneaking suit, all that. Oh. Okay, well. I didn't even have to drag him all the way over there. Hilarious. I've always wanted to become a femboy. No, I'm kidding. course he's wearing a frickin' Speedo. You just lock him in there. Ooh, handkerchief. I should actually kind of grab that. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, that's right, because I never used the handkerchief, did I? Alrighty. What have you done with Avon? Let's see. Ossifer. I'm gonna go mess around with these guards in a minute, just to be funny. Will the scientists notice me if I'm not Rykov? I'm not gonna find out.
Sir.
Yes, 2 ways to do the Sorrow fight, but you have to get to the end of it for his uniform. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I have a great idea. What I should really do...
Sir.
What I should really do is I should get his camo, and then when I'm trying to sneak up on somebody, I'll just quick swap out the camos when I get close to them. So that way they don't hear my footsteps, and I minimize the lack of hit them. Oh yeah, does he just like not, do they just like not react? Or are you trying to get me spotted? Yeah, but I know that if you, I think I'll just do that as my strategy. I'll use my actual camouflage camo. It gives me a good amount of camo, and then when I get close to them, I'll unequip the normal camo and equip the spirit camo, so that way they don't see me.
Sir.
Never mind. What happens if I do that? Do they like not care? Do they spot me or what?
Here it is.
Holy shit, it's the Philosopher's Legacy.
You can count on me. What about the Philosopher's Legacy?
Me tremble. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Anything about that?
That's not the Philosopher's. Never mind.
What are you? Are you trying to kill me?
What's the matter?
I know nothing, I swear
I
it.
love her disguise.
No one but the Colonel knows of the legacy.
I see.
No, don't. Oh.
Prank him, Eva. You won't be able to do that now, not after this. Well. Whatever. If I really wanted to, I could just reload my save, but... She doesn't notice him standing right there. Come on, bro. I'm back.
Who's there? You're the man from the CIA. What are you doing here?
I told you before, didn't I? I'm going to get you out of here.
A man of honor, just like your commander. But I'm afraid you're too late.
Too late? Don't tell me. The Shagohods.
Exactly. The final preparations for Phase 2 are complete.
Sokolov, what exactly is Phase 2?
To put it in technical terms, it's a composite range extension system for medium-range ballistic missiles. The Shagohod
was originally designed as a tank that could launch nuclear missiles from any type of
I
terrain.
did not catch a Tsuchinoko,
There was
no.
just one problem we couldn't figure out how to solve.
I didn't want to, you know, overwrite my rank.
The ICBMs we have today are simply too big for the Shagohod to carry. But the military would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch a nuclear missile directly into the American homeland. That is when I came up with the idea for Phase 2.
But there's no way you could load an ICBM onto the Shagohod.
Incorrect.
So how'd you do it?
By accelerating the Shagohod itself.
Accelerating it?
In Phase 2, a rocket booster unit is attached to the frame of the Shagohod. The unit incorporates the same technology used in the Vostok rocket that sent Major Gagarin into space. Using this booster, the Shagohod can achieve a land speed of over 300 miles per hour.
Which is crazy.
That monster can go more than 300 miles per hour?
Yes.
That does not
This
look like it
state
should be
of
able to go that
accelerated
fast.
motion, it launches a nuclear missile.
So, the Shagohod acts like the first stage of a rocket.
Yes, precisely. The range of the missile launched by the Shagohod thus increases from 2,500 miles to 6,000 miles.
6,000?
Okay, so I wouldn't get it
A
unless it's the
prototype
highest rank
now
to begin
sits in
with.
the hangar. At present, it is the only one of its kind. But Volgin is planning to mass produce them based on that prototype.
Kojima science,
Deployed all over the
indeed.
Soviet Union.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be getting any of those high ranks.
It's all I wanted to do.
Probably just like the chameleon or something like that, because, you know, no kills, no alerts is the goal. Now Volgan's gonna look at my body.
Tell me!
Stop it!
Kojima Theoretical Physics Department.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start talking.
Please, stop this!
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
How can you do this to him?
I know you gave the data to someone.
Never do
You!
that.
I know that like soaks up the damage so that you take it all at once. What's the advantage to that?
I guess he's dead.
This was a pretty violent torture scene, even without any of the, Oh, it does! That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Now then, I hope you prove more entertaining than he was.
That's crazy, because I know that if you release it early, you will take all of that damage.
Let's take a look at your body, shall we? What a beautiful body you have.
Thanks!
Newborn baby.
See, yeah, I did really, I work really hard on my figure, you know. Salads,
But not for
gym,
long.
you know. Wait, what? Not for long? Wait, what do you mean?
Well then, let's get started.
Ow! Dude!
What is your target? Is it the Shagohod? Or Sokolov? Or maybe it's the Legacy?
Snake knows absolutely
Answer me.
nothing.
Who is helping you? Who let you in here? You're a tough one, but even you must have your limits. And I am a patient man.
Huh, that's crazy.
Here's where the fun really begins. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts. Let's see how you like
Once again, you really have to wonder, like, does Snake react at all to this supernatural stuff? Because this is not a normal thing for people to be
How
able
much
to
does
do.
the CIA know?
Like, I would just wonder what he was thinking at this point in time. Oh yeah, the release for the door. But I was gonna
They're
do the
after
Johnny
my
cutscene.
legacy, aren't they? Your real target is the Philosopher's legacy, isn't it?
He's so paranoid that he reveals the entire story. You know, speaking of Kojima ripping things off from movies, this is literally just Return of the Jedi right now. This is just Star Wars.
Yes, yes.
Snake canonically
Let
pisses
yourself
himself.
go. That's what I want to see.
Oh yeah.
It's no use. He's not going to talk. He's been trained not to break. Trained by me.
She's so proud of that. Even look at his eyes too.
We're after the location of the legacy. The secret fund established by the three great powers during the two world wars.
Didn't this
That's what you're
game
looking
retcon
for,
why he
isn't it?
lost his eye or something? Like originally he had
$100 billion.
$100 billion.
Piled up and hidden all over the world.
Sorry. Yeah, but in the original Metal Gear, he has two eyes, but in this game it retcons it or something. Why does Kojima make so many torture sequences in his
Philosopher's
games?
legacy is safely in my possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad.
And he just tells me where it is. Thanks.
You'll never let it rot.
I mean, I won't, but, you know, other people in this room will. Keep in mind, every single person in this cutscene, except for Snake, is a
this?
double agent.
Transmitter. Who's responsible for
Everybody in this cutscene except Volgan and Snake are double agents.
I am. I planted it on him to keep track of his movements.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
Well, that's useful.
They knew where he was gonna be. They wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered.
That's their own damn fault.
It pains me to do this, boss, but under the circumstances, I'm afraid I must ask you to show me some proof that you and he were not in collusion.
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that.
She's so
He is
intimidating. I love
your
her.
Apprentice.
Such a girl
What
boss.
do you want me to do?
Kill
Let's
him.
see.
Ocelot was a triple agent. Boss was a double agent. Eva was a double agent. What a room that
Cut out
is.
his eyes.
So, altogether, we
Like
have
those blue eyes of his.
a...
There's nothing more important to a soldier than his eyes.
Everybody
You
in this
made him a
room
soldier, and now you
collectively
will unmake him.
would amount to a single
You'll make for a touching display.
12-way agent. Because
He's all yours.
double agent,
Do it.
triple agent. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12.
Ruin him, just as he did the Cobras.
So in this room together, you have people that are allied with technically... Is that how that works? That's... Okay, I don't think my math is right there. I don't think that's how that works. They should have waterboarded him. Like, come on. No, I'm kidding. Hey, Mom. How's it going? Snake, I'm going to cut your eyes out. Shut up.
Stop!
What is it, Tanya?
He's suffered enough.
Well, well. Why are you protecting him?
Ocelot, shut up.
That smell. Tatiana, you're the spy.
What are you talking about?
Ocelot's just in the habit of sniffing people.
I know that smell.
Whoa, okay.
Stop it!
Taking a fancy tour, eh, Ocelot?
No. I have no interest in this woman.
I'm game.
I want to test her.
I honestly feel like Ocelot has the biggest, like...
I'll let this be the judge.
There is a case to be made that Ocelot is just legitimately gay. Not even as, like, a joke.
Here we go.
Because he's never, like... That was a really clean shot. Oh, and she just beats up her own kid.
There. Satisfied now?
She's such a good mother. She beats up her adopted child and her
That was
actual child.
refreshing. Come, we're going to my room.
Whoa. That's some tough love right there.
So you survived the Colonel's torture, eh?
When you're born and raised to ensure a victory that would change the world on a nuclear scale, how often are you dating? That is a very
Watching this
good
just
point.
made me realize
That is an
something.
extremely good point.
It's really not that bad. It's the ultimate form of expression.
Oh, so this is where he gets his, you know, sadism from.
You got lucky this time, Tatiana.
They put some force into those slaps to, you know, scar him like that. Damn. I really wonder what the boss thinks of her own child. She's probably looking at him like, you're such a fucking idiot. Probably every time I meet a random double agent girl, it's all to say that all the heroes are... It's all to say that heroes are all virgins. Ugh. Hey, Sarah, how's it going?
Run!
Did you shoot him? I missed that. I wasn't paying attention. CJ, how's it going? Got all kinds of new people here. Or maybe you guys have been here. Maybe you're returning. I know I haven't been streaming for a little while.
I've prepared an escape route for us. Go out and head west. Pass underneath the connecting passage.
Yeah, I don't care. Alright, baby. Where's my man Jonathan at? Love that guy. How's it going, bro? I love this dude. Hell yeah. Yo, I don't want this shit. Damn it.
Huh? What? You don't want this?
That was not me, bro. I'm not that hungry. No. Yeah, you're new. I'm chilling. How are you doing? Yeah, it's good. I'm doing quite well. I am, you know, currently in prison, so, you know, that's not great, but this prison escape section is going to be a bit of a bitch, isn't it? Wee, wee, wee. Why did they... yeah, I love how they all leave after the boss gives him a... before the boss just gives him a gun. Like, nice one. Make sure you save here. Yeah, that's a good point. Should I take out the transmitter?
Ready to save, Snake?
I kind of want to because the cutscene, I've seen it like a billion times before. Of like you know, taking the transmitter out, but yeah. I've gotten that Johnny cutscene before a couple of times. I think once specifically, but
Snake?
Snake?
My mouth hurts when I talk.
Did you get cut up?
It feels like someone shoved me under a lawnmower. Do me a favor.
Take the
Tell
thing
me a
out, or
story
he
to take
will
my
get
mind off the pain.
Snake, have you ever heard of Renfield?
Is that a movie?
It's the name of a character. He's locked up in a cell waiting for the master to return, eating the spiders
Is that
crawl along
Frankenstein?
the walls.
Change the channel.
Yeah.
He waits and waits for ages. Finally, just as he's beginning to forget whether he's human or not, the master comes for him, saying the time has come. Renfield is overjoyed.
Wait, isn't this?
The master spreads his huge wings
Dracula.
and a gust of wind fills the
I
cell.
gotcha.
Come on. I don't want to hear this.
And there, standing before Renfield in human form was...
Dracula.
Exactly! If you stay there too...
If only I wasn't playing the HD edition, I'd save here, and then I'd take the thing out, or you'll get spotted. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because then they can track me, right? Because I just don't want to get spotted as I'm trying to leave Groznygrad, although that's going to be a bit of a problem. That's going to be pretty difficult. Yeah, the Nightmare minigame isn't in the remaster. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Give me food, bro. I'm hungry.
What's all that noise? What are you doing? You're just wasting your energy.
Okay, fine, then I'll go to bed. I wonder if Snake is like a stomach sleeper. Permanent caution mode, and you will get spotted. I gotcha. Oh, come on, bro.
I can't hold it anymore.
Side sleeper? Yeah, I could see that. The only problem with being a side sleeper, because I'm a side sleeper, my problem is I tend to sleep on my right arm, because that's my dominant hand. I tend to sleep on my right arm, and I put my hand under my pillow, and I always wake up and my wrist hurts so bad because I've been putting all my pressure on it. And my wrist is, like, it's really hard to move now because it hurts a lot when I move it because I've been sleeping on it. So, CJ, you say you've been Metal Gear pilling yourself because you're excited for the remake and came across the stream. Oh, that's good. I'm glad the algorithm blessed me and you were able to see me here. Metal Gear is a great series, and this is one of my favorite games to replay. This is my third playthrough of it, and this time I figured I'd get Snake sleep, stomach down, ass up, and legs. Oh, I guess we'll never know, huh? I think Snake doesn't sleep. He just keeps going on those ramen packs. And see, that's the thing that's always bothered me in 5, in MGS5. He never sleeps. There's never a cutscene where he's resting. And that's always bothered me. I liked it in this game where there was, like, you know, a canonical reason for him sleeping. Because I'm like, if you're on a stealth mission, especially in this game, it makes a lot of sense. He's on a stealth mission, you know, when he's not, you know, under... That's America's ass, yeah. When he's not, acting, when he's not, you know, sneaking around, he's got to rest, you know? He's in the middle of the rainforest. He doesn't really have a choice now, does he, but to rest. And so I think in this game it makes sense that they made sleep like a part of the game, you know? That is America's house. Okay, what do you do if you get a FaceTime call and then you open it and you see this? This is definitely how Snake would FaceTime somebody, bro. He slept in Portable Ops too. Interesting. Chow time? Yay!
Hey, eat up!
You're my friend. Fish.
Huh?
Snake the type of guy to wiggle his feet when he giggles. Yeah. I'd ask him if he wants me to unmute while I'm Snake is a strange guy. I'd ask if he wants a burger.
Hey, you're not such a bad guy after all. I guess not all Americans are dogs.
Thanks.
You mean it?
Yeah.
Tale as old as time.
Before the war started, I used to live in America. I even had a wife and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah, I am pretty lonely. Really lonely.
What's your kid's name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice ring to it.
That's my name.
Really? You like it? Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. Actually, my name is Johnny too.
A real man never speaks ill of Johnny.
All the firstborn sons in my family are called Johnny.
I might give my kid the Johnny middle name.
My dad's a Johnny, and my son's son will probably be a Johnny too.
He's gonna... No, he's gonna walk in here, is he? But he is gonna...
Clan of Johnny.
He is gonna give me the Sig gas spray, which will be nice.
Why do we have a Cold War anyway?
True.
Our two countries used to be such good friends.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Waiting for Metal Gear Johnny.
I just want to see my family again.
This scene does more to explain like
Must be rough.
why war is
Yeah.
like so awful than anything else.
Not as rough as you have it, though.
Like all of the intrigue and like nuclear, you know,
Here.
risks of nuclear war. None of that.
I
All of
found
that
some from your
pales.
equipment
All of that
when
pales
the
into.
colonel wasn't looking.
Sorry. All that pales in comparison to the humanitarian aspect of it. You know.
It's the least I can do.
Metal Gear 5, Phantom Johnny. They make a
Well-
new game on the MSX and it's just all about Johnny.
Don't suppose you could let me out of here?
For a commie,
Huh?
you're not so
I
bad,
can't
Johnny
do
Senior.
Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas. If you try to escape, I'll have to shoot you. I've said too much. I gotta go.
So I just gotta lure him back here and then just like do the spray through the bars and then he'll knock out and then he'll open the door. I think if he gets close, no, he won't open the door if he's... Doesn't matter though. 144.75. See, and the reason why I like the Johnny cutscene is because it actually gives you a realistic way to find the code to open the door. Because when the Sorrow shows it to you, that just feels unrealistic. A ghost is holding up a poster board with the code to get out in it, really? But then when Johnny, you know, like maybe he's a forgetful guy. Maybe he writes it down on the picture of his family or something like that. Because, you know... in case he has to open the door, in case I, pass out or something. I did save. I'll do it again really quick. Can I get anything from this guy? I can. Smoke grenade. I guess I'll just have to be pretty careful getting out of here then. Thank you, Johnny. Oh, God. Wow. I'm so dumb. I should have just, like, tried to knock him out again. That's crazy. It hasn't even been 5 minutes. I didn't even get out of the building. Just the Kojima magic. Yeah, but it just felt a bit contrived. Yeah, you just gotta save every single time. But honestly, you know, better safe than sorry. I won't be able to get like the Foxhound rank or whatever because that, you know, if I save too much, then I don't meet the requirement. You have to save like 25 times or under, I think, or something like that. I know Steel just like sat back in his chair like, oh my god. He just saw that play out. He's like, bro. He wakes up really fast. Yeah, exactly. Better safe than sorry. I had the same reaction. I was at the dentist this morning. And my dentist, who is, you know, he's a bit older than me, senior citizen type. He was like, he was trying to talk to me about like Gen Z slang, and I was just like, oh my god. Because he was trying to say stuff. He was trying to say Gen Z slang words, and I was like, it was just a little embarrassing. You can't have more than 25 saves. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Hey Eva, how's it going? So you said that you'd eat me on a mission, right? Well, you know, we're not on a mission anymore, so okay, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro. Isn't oh. Nice pecs, bro. You lift? Freaky Snake. I would definitely ask him if he's hungry. Isn't like Snake like canonically awful at flirting? I know like Solid. Well, okay, I feel like the funny part is like, I feel like Solid Snake is, you know, he's a womanizer and he can sometimes get away with it, but Naked Snake is just like horrible at flirting. Like he's just completely inept at it, which is probably why he's so relatable for a lot of people. Not now, Johnny. I'm aura farming. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, thanks.
Solid as a player. I saw this post on this reel on Instagram where it showed the cutscene from MGS4 where he drops his cigarette just so he can like look up Naomi's skirt, and it was like, this is my goat. I'm like, bro, Kojima, why? Just why, bro? Like, come on. Naomi's out here explaining like why her life is awful and like why she has all this trauma, and Snake's just like, yeah, but like, what if I tried to look up her skirt? Like, come on, bro. That's just Kojima for you. 80% good game, 20% sex jokes, I guess. Solid had a list of people he slithered on, but Naked over here was just traumatized. Oh yeah, because I never played the original Metal Gear games, like, you know, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2. I suppose that in those games there might have been some hookups that he had.
Huh?
What, you don't want this?
Well, it's your loss.
I'm gonna skip this cutscene, to be honest. Oh, geez, I need to take out the damn... give me 1 second. Get rid of those. I can't unlock the door before he gets here because then it'll open and then he'll be like,
Ready to save, Snake?
might as well. Yeah. Wait, this won't make a difference if I save here.
Take care.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Like the way that all shakes out, where Johnny's grandson marries the guy that Solid Snake, Naked Snake's clone hit on a ton. Camera, okay, I just need to hustle and get the hell out of here. If he wakes up, then I'm... Oh, okay. Damn it. He wakes up so fast. Damn it. I know, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure I got, but there's, yeah, I don't really... Isn't there any way to knock him out for longer? I can CQC him. Would that work? But I'd have to... No, I wouldn't be able to do it because he wouldn't be able to get close enough. Yeah. If he got within any proximity of me, he'll have 1 star. Okay, fair enough. So I'll just have to grab the camera and dip. I don't even know if I'm gonna waste time picking him up and putting him down. Because, I mean, you know, while I don't have a gun, I don't think that the holdup would work because the gun is empty. I think I can get the camera and the smoke grenades. I can get both of that. That's maybe I think I should be able to. I need to get the fork, damn it. I guess the camera doesn't really make a difference because, like, I never use it. It's gotta be painful digging stuff out of your wounds with a fork. Like, dude.
Time to eat.
Here's a good question. How long can you stay in here?
Huh?
Just if you never do anything, you could just stay in here for the rest of the game. Smokes will help a lot. Alright, well, I'll have to explore that then. 'Cause I don't know if holding up with an empty gun works, because I thought that the way it worked was if it's an empty gun, if there's no ammo, they'll know that it's, like, not full and there's no, like, actual danger, and so they'll still raise an alert. But maybe I'm wrong on that. I think that's the way it works in later games, or if you hold them up with an empty gun, they're not threatened by it. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything necessarily interesting in this area, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Chow time.
Man, we got 7 viewers. That's epic. See, I'm finally getting back to the levels of viewership that I had when I did FOBs. But I don't really care anymore. I do this for the fun of it, not for the views or anything. Although I'm gonna sound like a poser because I said that. Now I sound insincere, you know. Oh, come on, guys. I'm actually, you know, I actually don't do this for any good reason other than I enjoy it. Like, come on, believe me, right? I'm such a humble and relatable person. Poser, yeah, I know. I'm gonna sound super insincere now. Ish.
Huh? Well, it's your loss.
Hey, baby. Ooh, hey, another rat. Oh, Steel, you're gonna love this. Look at me. Rat eater. Now. But I suppose you've left those days behind you, haven't you, Steel? Yeah, I think Steel is on his old Snake arc right now. He's no longer a... He's no hero. This game on PS2? No, this is the HD version, which is on... Okay. I am exceedingly visible right now, but that's... God damn it. And I have to... I should save as soon as I exit. Yeah, I should save as soon as I leave, so that way I don't have to worry about knocking out Johnny again and waiting. Yeah, as soon as I get out, I'll save in outside the prison. I am going the wrong way. Yeah, okay. Because I have to go northwest. Right? Yeah, I have to go like straight, and then I have to go straight, then up, then to the... Yeah, okay. Because I sort of remember where to go. I wanted to get rid of that guy. I wanted to like knock him out, but that was not going to be a good idea because... Yeah, I'm not playing this on... I want to get into MGS because some of the memes, where should I start? Kind of want to start with a PS1 game. Looks cool. Yeah, I would recommend starting with Metal Gear Solid 1. Just go in numerical order, to be honest. Turn on the bird's eye camera and don't go after soldiers. Gotcha. Start with MGS2. You could... All of the Metal Gear games are pretty accessible now because they're all on modern platforms with the Master Collection. The Master Collection is... it's not like the greatest way to play them because basically the way they ported the games to the modern platforms is just not very good. They just didn't do a very good job of it. The games are still excellent. They're still completely playable. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you... I'm playing this on an emulator, which is, you know, why it looks very nice and sharp and runs at 60 FPS and whatnot. Yeah, I think MGS1 is pretty much the universal recommended starting point. So that's available in the Master Collection on pretty much every modern platform. This is MGS3. And the MGS3 is a prequel to basically the entire series, but you should still start with MGS1. And this is the thing. The reason I tell you to start with MGS1 is not because of continuity, not because of any like in-game meta reasons. The reason you start with MGS1 is because of the evolution of gameplay. And that sounds kind of like what? Like it doesn't make sense. What I'm saying is that game came out in 1998 and it was revolutionary for the time. The gameplay is still very good. It's dated, obviously, but it holds up. I think this is a good game. This is a good game to play because it's sort of in between the older the 90s era and this came out in 2004. The HD edition came out in 2011, but the original game came out in 2004. So it's a nice mix between modern and retro, I'd say. But yeah, when you start with MGS1 and you play the games in numerical order, you're really going to get the most out of the series because you're going to watch the gameplay evolve. You're going to watch more features be added, more mechanics. The graphics are going to improve over time, and it's really honestly amazing to watch. I do have, some personal gripes with this series, but when it comes to the gameplay, I cannot say anything bad. You made it sound so convoluted. You should start with 1 because it's the first one. Yeah, that's the short answer. I'm just trying to say the reason that I think if you wanted more convincing, I guess. You could start with Snake's Revenge. I mean, did that come out before MGS1? Yeah, it did, actually. Yeah, but start with MGS1. It's the first one. But the reason that I recommend it isn't just because it's the first one. It's because you watch the series evolve. I'm having a really deep conversation while this guy's taking a shit. You know what would be really funny? Like a YouTube prank, right? Where you take what Johnny says specifically, you go into a public bathroom, and you just start saying that stuff loud enough for everybody to hear. Came out in 1990. Yeah, so of course, yeah, that did come out before MGS1. Start with MGS1. It's going to be the best introduction to the series. Go in numerical order. Once you get to MGS3, you're kind of screwed, though, because they don't have any of the games ported. There's, after 3, there's Peace Walker, which is a mainline entry. And then there's 4 and MGS5, or MGS5. MGS5 is, modern, so that one's out on all the platforms. Yeah, do not start with MGS4. You will not understand anything. Hell, I started with MGS1, and even I didn't understand MGS4. MGS4 will kind of... if you get there, it's going to be weird, it's going to be confusing, but I won't try to put you off right now because that's not that's not the point. Yeah, start with MGS1. You'll watch the gameplay evolve. The series is really great.
Hey, eat up.
If you play it in order. I mean, it's great no matter what, but playing it in order is going to get you the most out of it. Start with 1, then once you hit 3, you might start needing to emulate things because Peace Walker and 4 are not on modern consoles. Yeah, I mean, Peace Walker came after MGS4. I guess in theory, because I played Peace Walker before 4. I was weird. Maybe I did that out of order. Or did I? No, I think I did. Yeah, no, I definitely played Peace Walker before I played 4. I might have done that a little backwards, but...
What's all that noise? What are you doing?
Can I... What the heck?
Children that...
Yeah, 4 is definitely... Yeah, 4 is not really readily available. Peace Walker and 4 are not readily available, which is a shame, but... Hopefully, by the time you get to that point, they will have come out on modern platforms, but I'm not sure. We haven't really had any news about that. Damn it. Go, 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 go. Forced to go through a lot of work, almost a remake just for the controls. Yeah, 4 was pretty exclusively. It was a PS3 exclusive,
You want to
which makes it really hard to put on modern hardware and on different platforms. Yeah, I think the order you should play them in is 1, 2, 3, 4, Peace Walker, 5. I guess is yeah, that works.
Paramedic.
I think besides CXs, there isn't much you have to do. I'm not following the question there. I should just crawl, is what I should do. How am I gonna get out of here? 5 isn't canon. Don't listen to what he says. Do not listen to this guy. Vickery, do not listen to him. 5 is canon. You should play it. But, CX's controls for PS3 for MGS4. Eh, maybe. Though, yeah, you might need to fix those. I don't. But there's a bunch of other stuff. I feel like that MGS4 really needs to be fixed before they're able to port that. I feel like if it was just the 6-axis controls, it wouldn't have been a problem. It would have. This game is getting the remake. Yes, MGS3 is getting the remake. I will not be playing it because it when it comes out, I'm going to have to move, which is a little annoying, but so I won't really have time to play it, which is unfortunate. But yeah. Just go in order, and hopefully once you get to MGS3, you'll be able to just kind of go from there. Bird's eye view. I feel like I should just kind of crawl here, you know what I mean? Because that guy's walking there. Oh my god, this is so weird.
You're pretty good.
How am I supposed to do this? Should I throw a smoke grenade? I feel like that's a bad idea, though. Because I feel like the smoke grenade's gonna... They're gonna see that, and they're gonna be like... Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of issues for MGS4 that really need to be fixed because it was so heavily... Like... It was designed for PS3 and literally nothing else. Like, PS3 was the only thing that could really run that game. Yeah. And I do want to play the remake of MGS3. I do want to play Delta, but I really prefer just the original game. Like, I don't know. I can't really compare them, I guess, because, you know, they're not out yet, but whatever. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. So let me see here. So I have the noodles. Should I throw a smoke grenade here? Like, what? Oh. Well, now that's interesting. He wasn't even looking in my direction. Okay, maybe I need to throw it further than that. Yeah, I'm not terribly familiar with, I play on PC, so I'm not terribly familiar with, all of the technical issues with MGS4 on PS3 and all that kind of stuff, but I do know that, yeah, it would be a pretty big pain to try to get that onto modern consoles and onto PC, which is probably why it's taking so long. See, now I need to figure out how I'm supposed to get out of here. Dude. Because I need to go through there. Said to do bird's eye, but I almost don't know if that's I want to, because I know that that does give you a better view of things, but timing has to be perfect here. So should I wait for the guards to like look in different directions and stuff like that? I feel like I should wait for their pattern to shift before I try to make my move, or maybe I don't know. Because there's that one guard who's sort of looking in the other direction. There's the two up. Let's blame Sony for not evolving the cell processor. Game Dev has one generation to catch up with that tech, especially Naughty Dog, but somehow they just ditch it. It goes with x86. So, okay, he turned towards me. Oh, who the hell? Oh, it must have been from across there. With that bird's eye view, you can't see as far. Which, well, you can, but you can't. There's some areas. I'm doing my best here, man. You told me this was going to be hard, and you're right, because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get past this. I so wish they gave you a like prototype radar for this. Oh my god, because then I could see their vision cones and I could see the way they're turning and I'd be able to move, you know? But you just kind of have to rely on looking at it. You have to just kind of rely on giving it a shot when they're not looking, but that's kind of hard to tell, is the only problem. What is Sony doing now? That's a great question. Apparently they just announced they're gonna work on a PlayStation 6. Which is great, I guess, but... So, here's my question. Do I just try to, like, run across here? Do I throw smoke and then just, like, book it, or... Okay, well that worked. So that guy's right there. Please don't. Who's looking at me? Oh, for fuck. Go, 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 go. Damn it. Okay, I had the right idea. You ask as you throw. Hey, should I do this thing? Too late, I'm already doing it. Bet they'll release MGS4 and Bloodborne as launch titles for the PS6. One can hope, but those would be pretty lame launch titles. I feel like you should have new games for launch titles instead of remasters and remakes. That's just the way I see it, though. Because all I'm saying is, it's like, you know, if they were like, oh yeah, like, let's re-release Halo for, like, the new Xbox, I'd be like, okay, like, people already can just play Halo, you know? Halo doesn't even get remakes, yeah. That's true. Ooh, you know what they should really do? And I'm sure this will get Steel. This will get him going, but they should come out with Splinter Cell remakes for next gen consoles after these ones. I need to throw it in front of those canisters. I threw it too far back. I'm pretty sure Steel's just gonna go on a campaign to remaster Splinter Cell for modern consoles. Steel's gonna run for president. He's gonna be like, "We need to remaster Splinter Cell." If Ubisoft remakes Splinter Cell Double Agent, my life is theirs for the taking. Would you really want to sacrifice your life to Ubisoft of all places? That'd be like sacrificing yourself to Blizzard in the midst of, you know, or just sacrificing yourself to Blizzard, just in general. It's like that meme from God of War where he's like, what is it? Ares, destroy my enemies and my life is yours. And it's like remaster Splinter Cell and my life is yours. Shit, I rolled too far. I knew that guy was gonna see me. I need to get behind those canisters, and then your soul will be an IP that Tencent will acquire. I mean, hey man, like we're getting closer and closer to brains in jars like Metal Gear Rising, you know. One of these days it's gonna happen. You know what I heard? That Kojima, you know, so he's making Death Stranding 2, right? And Steel, you already heard part of this conversation, but he apparently changed the story of Death Stranding 2 because people liked it too much. People said, "Oh, the story is so good." And so he's like, "Oh, nope, that won't do. It needs to be controversial. It needs to be like and like listen, I don't want to go on a whole tirade about like my thoughts on Kojima, but like dude, come on, bro. I personally don't think he's amazing at like writing video games, writing fiction. I don't really think that I don't really think that he's like the greatest writer of fiction. I think a lot of people like to say that he makes really good stories, but personally I don't really agree. Um, but what I will say is that too early, I think. Is it? Okay. So I guess I have to wait for it to actually go. But I mean, all I'm saying is like, you know, I don't agree that people with the sentiment that he's like some amazing writer of fiction. And my whole thing is like, you know, I feel like he should just because I feel like whenever he tries to make the stories of his game really intriguing and interesting, they just end up being confusing. Like they just end up not making sense. Like MGS4 was meant to be steeped in like drama and mystery and like it was meant to be so like it was meant to be so real and interesting and mysterious and intriguing and subtle, and it just didn't make sense. I played the game, I played through the whole game, I loved the gameplay, the story made no sense. It literally made no sense. And I was just like, the whole time I was just like, I'm not enjoying the story here. So I'm like, okay, if you're going to make a game and people enjoy it, don't break what's fixed. Don't, just don't do that. I feel like he's too narcissistic, especially the drum will play as you walk. Like, let the player notice that and don't mention. Feels like music explained by an artist. Yeah, I have my personal opinions on Kojima that are not completely positive. They're not all positive. I think he's, done a great job for them. That's too far back, isn't it? There's nothing here, bro. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, damn it! Come on. I think I need to throw that smoke grenade because normally that guy doesn't see me. Or maybe it was because I was crouched. But I have to hide behind that barrel, then wait for the guard by the barrels to turn so I can, Yeah, I just feel like he kind of tries too hard with the stories of his games, and it happens in Metal Gear too, I really do think that, he makes great games, but the he wants to be remembered as some visionary, and he wants to be on par with all of these movie directors that he adores and worships. And I would argue that he's already kind of there in the gaming world. People already kind of worship him. Why don't you throw the smoke at the guards instead of throwing it where you're going? Well, I guess I could do that. Well, but I mean, the idea is I want to cover the area that I'm walking through so they can't see me, you know what I mean? Damn it, I didn't mean to roll. We're gonna get through here. And then as soon as I get into the next area, I have to save, because if I have to do this a million times. But I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it. This is slightly frustrating. This is more frustrating than the other areas that I've had to do, but is it just me, or do the title screen logos, like, are they faster? Or am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Yeah, well, whatever the case is. We're getting there, I think. There's nothing wrong with, taking pride in your creations, but I think with Kojima, it just kind of gets to a point where you're like, yeah, like, we get it, bro. Like, you're trying. Again, I just think he kind of tries too hard. And I think that he's already done a lot of good. He already has a very, loyal fan base that will stick with him. And I don't think he needs to, I guess, make things. Where was that from? Just need to get. No, I have enough to get, or maybe I should throw 2? I don't know. I need that bird's eye view again. I just hope I don't, like, screw it up too bad. His taste in music is good. And yes, Invisible by Duran Duran is in the Metal Gear Solid 5 soundtrack. This is a fact. That went too far. I don't... This is annoying. This is frustrating because you're just naked out here, literally. And I'm like... I understand. I don't want to complain about the game too much here. I don't want to whine about it, but it's like, bro, like, give me something to work with here. They should have just, like, given me, like, I don't know. Something other than smoke grenades. Like, I just don't... You have to run across this open area, and it's like, seriously? Had a phone call. I have to go now. I'm about to start some work in the kitchen. Ooh, remodeling. That'll be fun. Well, hopefully, by the time you check back in on this, I'll have gotten past this bit. Yeah, well, anybody who's got to go, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. To be honest, you know, this might just be the same repetitive running through the same area for the next hour or so. Hopefully we'll get somewhere, but yeah, I'll see everybody another time. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we can... Fuck this game. Come on. What am I supposed to do here? See you later, Kratos. Have a good day, man. And Vickery, nice seeing ya. Hopefully this will not be an exercise in futility. I'm going to CJ. See you later. Or wait, you were just saying bye to the other guys. Never mind. Just kidding. We'll get through this somehow. And the only problem with throwing the smoke grenades at the guards is I just don't really have a good enough angle. Come on, this is gonna work. Come on, I was so... Damn it, I can't... Can I don't know if I... Should I be prone there or what? Because if I crouch, then my camo index is lower. What I should really do is I should just get there and then throw a smoke. I think that might be the move, to be honest. Because that other guy, like, I have to get past all of those guys, and I have to get past the dude who's walking by those barrels. I'm gonna have to throw the smoke grenade there, because then he won't be able to see through that. Like, we've got a method down, sort of. Like, we're getting there. You just gotta refine it a little bit. You know, like, again, normally I'm not really much of a trial and error person. Like, I just kind of like it when I can approach things how I want. I really don't love it when games force you into a certain mode or way of playing. Although I guess that's a little hypocritical because that's how every game works. Like, every game is different and they all play differently, most of them. Even games within a certain series play differently from each other, but... Come on, I was behind the damn... I'm really trying not to get too frustrated here. Can they add reflex mode to this game? Come on. No, that's stupid. You know what always bothered me about that? Why does the game punish you for using reflex mode? Like, at the end of the game, or at the end of the mission, when you get your, like, ranking and whatnot, and it's like, oh, if you use reflex, then it's like, you know, you get points marked off, or you don't get points for it. I'm like, that's really annoying. That's really frustrating, because there's no good way to... I almost wonder if I should just, like... Yeah, but I tried just running straight out there, and they still saw me. The thing is like, with the smoke, it conceals your position. I just don't, like, and like I was saying, I don't really have a good way to throw the smokes at the guards, and I would have to throw more than one. I'm trying to use as few as possible, because I only have 3. I don't have a good enough angle to throw it at them, is what I'm saying. I'd have to expose myself too much, and I feel like that would be a little too risky. Damn it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. I wonder if I have to, like, throw it while I run, but then I'm not able to aim it. A cigarette might work. I don't know. This is a difficult section. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not trying to be, like, stubborn, because that in theory would work, but I just don't know how well that would be, how easily I could pull that off. I wonder if I have to, like... No, because even if I roll past the barrels, I'm still running and my camo index is still, like, negative. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, I don't get it. Like, where am I supposed to throw the smoke? I throw it there, and then what? Do I have to... Oh, this is so stupid. I just wish that I had, like, better tools, you know? Because those smoke grenades are gonna get me across the area. I need to... I think I need to throw it close enough to those first barrels so that I can get by those and not get spotted. And then I'll have to throw another one really quickly after that in order to get through. Humor me and throw the smoke and sig. Okay, well, so then how would I throw it directly at them and then sig spray them? Like, okay. Because there's that guard that's walking past me as I come out. You want me to try to go after him? Like, I wouldn't even need to throw smoke to knock him out with the gas, with the cigarette spray. Like, I could just...
Who's that?
Like, footsteps. Fuck, this section is so annoying. Wonder... Okay, maybe I should throw it more... Wonder if I should throw it more, like, just directly in front of me to block that one guy's line of sight, All the pain of no load menu. Yeah, I think every single time I have to just go back to the title screen. I don't know that I have a better way of reloading the save, you know? Maybe I should look up a guide for this section. I haven't done that at all. I want to figure it out myself, but I also don't want to spend too much time on this one section. Yeah, there isn't a way to just go back and load your save easily. You just have to back out of the game. So I suppose I could throw it like, what? Just directly there? See, that would... Okay. See, and this is my problem, though. Can I throw the... Why did he throw it so far? Oh, fuck, dude. See, okay, that kind of works. But I would have to use, like, all of my smokes to get out of there. I'd have to use all 3 of them just to get across that small area, and I have a lot more ground to cover than that. See, like, and this is the thing, is I can take out that one guard, but, you know... Yeah, the problem is I just don't really have a way to... And I don't want to go on caution either. I don't want to get myself too screwed. I need to be faster with this. Which one was that? Who fucking saw me? Because they all should have been... Was it that guy back there? There's, like, not enough fucking cover here. Because there's a guy walking down this area, but then that guy back there can see me. And if I'm not crouched, I have, like, a minuscule camo index. Just have to see what we can do. I think what I need to do is I need to conceal myself from... I need to throw it more towards the guy behind me. Then get to those first 2 barrels, or the first section of barrels, then throw it in that area where that one guy is walking. And then hopefully be able to get through there. So, like, here, essentially. Like, and the smoke lasts for, like, 20... I have to throw it here, because there's that guy. This fucker over here is the most obnoxious one, because I can't get past him. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that guy. The dude behind me is like easy enough to get past, but since that one guy is walking right near those barrels, I have to find some way to get away from him, and I don't know how. I just don't know what else I can do. Like I have to go across that open area. Like I have to. Like that's the way that I have to go. I think we can make it work. I don't I just don't know what other alternatives I have is what I'm saying. Cuz like damn it, why did it throw the smoke across the way and use it as a distraction so you make them look in that direction and go you can well I can't go the other direction because I have to the way I'm trying to go because I have to go north is what I'm saying. The way that I get out of Groznygrad is I have to go north and I have to go through all of those guys. Like if I didn't have to, I wouldn't go across that big open area, but that's just the way that I have to go. Like that's where the way out is. I wish I had a better way to aim the smoke grenade too. I'm trying to aim for that little square in the floor, the little rectangle, because I think that that gives me a good. This is so fucking annoying, dude. Oh my god. I just it's just like trial and error. It's all about timing, I guess.
searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my
Okay, so I did cave. I looked at a guide. I'm gonna try this. I don't see how this guide is any better than what I'm already doing. It's crazy because what it looks like to me is that the guide is just like you need to run straight through them, which sounds like a horrible idea to me, but see if I can't work this out. Is it him? Oh, so okay, I need to run across. Okay, so I need to go a little. I need to hug the wall a little more. Let me see here. God, I wish there was a better way to do this. Like, reloading the save, I mean. The way it looks like to me is that okay, so I need to wait for that guy to turn around. The way it looks like to me is this section is the hardest bit, or maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know. Dude in this tutorial is crazy. Like he's just going ham. I don't know why they made this section the way it is. Like it's just annoying. I feel like they could have done this in a much better way than what they did. Why am I using a PS3 emulator? Oh, wait. If you don't mind me asking. Well, I started using this when, before the Master Collection came out, so I was like, you know, I would have got it during the Master Collection, but then of course the Master Collection launch was awful. So I need to go, okay. So that sort of worked. Mainly because, yeah, this is where I started. I started playing the games before the Master Collection came out, and then that launch was pretty bad. The Master Collection was pretty terrible, not good ports, and it took them months and months and months to fix all the issues, and so I just figured I might as well stick with this. And also, this is the HD edition, which I think is a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. And I can sort of fix it to how I want it, you know? You have more control over the way it looks and things like that. I've always wanted to play these games on like the original platforms and all of the original stuff, but I do not have the time or the money to go out and buy a billion different consoles and copies of, 30-year-old games. No way. No fucking way. Oh, damn it. Okay, so that actually works pretty well. We're getting there. Okay, that's so different strategy. See, CJ, I'm amenable to trying different things, you know. I did really want to use that smoke grenade strategy, but that I don't think that was really gonna work, you know. But I guess it's just better to look for their blind spots. But that's what I'm saying is like their blind spots are so hard to identify because you don't have the radar. You can't see their line of vision. You can't see all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've always preferred taking out guards like as, I do not like leaving guards around. So I like to trank them or, I mean, in this case I have to trank them, but, in other playthroughs I'm like, okay, if this guy's going to cause an issue, I'm just going to get rid of him, but that's not really an option here just because I do not have the tools for it, of course. I think the other areas are going to be easier of Groznygrad. I think they will, honestly, because I don't think that there are as many... There's not as much light in those areas, number one. And number two, they're bigger, they're more spread out, so I have to wait for these guys to turn. Okay, I think that was too early. I think that guy has to fully turn around. Maybe it was too close to the... I don't know. Because in that guard that is next to me is going to be the guard the guard that's to my left. Once I get to those, once I get into the middle of the area, he just kind of turns around and doesn't really look your direction. I mean, I can still probably alert him. I'm sure I could, but obviously I don't want to. But I just need to find a way to get past the guys in the middle first. Is what I'm saying. And again, in my defense, this is extreme difficulty. Okay, this shit is hard. I'm honestly not. I'm honestly quite good at this game. I am not. I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to sound arrogant or proud, but I'm pretty good at this game. I think. For the most part, I've done quite well. But when they just don't give you the same tools as you had earlier in the game, it just becomes that much more difficult. Isn't he gonna, like, fully... Shit, okay. Well, I'm gonna get spotted. Bro! Literally, okay, just the sound from the grenade is crazy. Okay, so I need to... It's all about timing. That one guy that's closest to the prison door is gonna be a bit of an issue. I need to go when he's not looking. Let me take a look at that tutorial again. So he starts going when the guard... Okay, when the guard straight ahead turns, and then you have to wait for that. You have to wait for the other guy to turn so that he doesn't see you. We'll get there. I appreciate everybody sticking through all of this trial and error, because I know that's not terribly interesting to watch. But we'll get there. And this is the thing, is this new strategy, I kind of like it more. Because I feel like it's not as... Oh wait, I have to... Go, 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 go! See? See? Just some trial and error. It just, you know, it was only like 20 minutes. No, it wasn't 20 minutes. It was way more than 20 minutes. Okay, this is epic. I'm going to save right here because I do not want to go do that shit again. Yeah, Steel Kratos was right. It's all about the timing, I think. And I gotta say, I have to admit, I do like it that it does give you this section where it's like you are completely on your own and you have no, you know, no help. I kind of like that, you know, because for most of the game, if you really want to...
Snake.
North by Northwest, that's a really good movie, actually. I've seen that a couple of times. Hitchcock is a very, very good director. I just gotta hug this wall, basically. See, look at that. No problemo. I'm so glad I was able to do this in a reasonable amount of time. So there's... Where... Can I just sort of run... I want to, you know, go as... Okay, so these guys are in the way. I'm going to save here as well.
Do you want to save?
I know, and see, this is the thing, is I feel bad about save scumming. I do kind of feel bad about just, like, save reloading, but, you know, I am not at all at the caliber of player who can do all of this. I would have had to have played this game since release to be able to, you know, do no alerts first try.
Snake, have you ever heard of the Blob?
Oh, shit. Okay. I think I should just run straight across. My grandma can beat the game if she saves as much as you. Yeah, maybe so, but I'm just here to enjoy my time. If I was, you know, like, and I do like to be sort of elitist about things. I do like to try to, you know, do things in as few attempts as possible and stuff like that. But, you know, that's fun. But if everything came easy, you know, if I was able to do all this in one try, well, that wouldn't really be interesting now, would it? I mean, no, I gotcha. Like, I'm not upset, you know. I don't really care. You're all good, bro. It's not a, you know, it's, to me, you know, it's a game. I have fun with it, and the game honestly bothers me more than what people say sometimes, you know. You know, if we were all going around like ragging on each other about, you know. Okay, too close then. I'm gonna look at the tutorial again just to see how he gets through that specific area. Because I have to sort of... I have to go fast through there, because if I don't, then the guards start moving. Hmm. Okay, so he lures those two guards away. I see. That's interesting. So what I have to do here is... Let me see here. Use the codec call for info to go next. Well, in this section right now, I don't have... I can't equip camos. I have no weapons in this section right here. If I... You know what? See, if I was trying to do this game with no camo and doing no alerts, that would be impossible. That's not what I'm going for. It's just this specific area, this section of the game, doesn't allow you to have camouflage on. Oh, I got it now. So then he throws a food item at the guy over here? Is that right? Throw it behind him then. We got it. Let's go. I'm not worried about any of the loot at all in this area. I know Groznygrad has a bunch of loot, but I don't care. Let's go. I've been stuck on this for like half an hour. That was... See, I knew that the first section was going to be the hardest. Mainly because I'll admit, I was being stubborn and I was not doing what I should have done. I looked up a tutorial for that. I didn't want to do that, but I was just having a hell of a time getting through that first section there.
Snake, you're already in the sewers?
Eva, yeah, I just got down here. I'm coming to meet you now. The door at the north end is open, right?
Snake?
Let me guess. There's a problem.
Yeah.
What is it this time?
The Colonel found out you escaped.
Of course he did.
I figured as much.
That wouldn't make any sense if he didn't.
Now all of Groznygrad is on red alert.
Just my luck. But once I'm out of the fortress...
You can't get out.
I can't?
When the fortress went on red alert, they sealed off the sewers.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm serious. And that means the escape route I laid out is...
Red alert reference?
Right. And they just sent...
Okay, I know. I just gotta get through the sewers. I know where to go there. Red alert? Is that a game? I'm not familiar with that one. Yeah, I did have to get rid of those noodles, which sucks, but yeah, it'll all work out. The sewers are not terribly difficult, if I recall correctly. I should probably save here, shouldn't I? In fact, like, I mean, getting through the sewers is, like, low-key really easy, because there's no guards down here. I think there's dogs. I don't know if they can alert anybody. I think those are just strays. I don't think the dogs have any effect on anything like that. Oh, wait, there's something over there. Classic RTS. I see. Yeah, I've not heard of that. I've not played many RTS games, but what is that? Can I look at it? Ooh, it's a life med. I need to get those. Which is on... You know what? Do I need... Well, I do need to get life meds, you know, for boss fights and stuff. I'm supposed to go over here, aren't I? Because I know there's a good way to... you have to... Yeah, I mean, I can kind of, like, do whatever I want in this area. I think I have to go back around. Okay, no, I was going the right direction, I think. it's good to see you here, Fergus. Are you new or are you returning? I think we've had quite a few new people in the stream, so maybe the algorithm is just blessing us today, you know? Hello, hi dog. Yeah, see, the dogs don't like do anything. They're just strays. They don't. It's nothing. It's nothing to worry about. I don't think. How do I get that life med? Isn't there? Yeah. Okay. There's a way to go up here, and then yeah, there we go. Regardless of if you are new or returning, it's good to see you. Good to have more people in the stream. Can you like leave me alone? I'm not gonna kill the dog. I'm not heartless. Wait a minute. Haha! That probably would have helped me more if I had, you know, like done that before the dog started punching me, but you know, what are you gonna do? Okay. Got that squared away. I should have just gone back the way I came, but it's whatever, it doesn't matter. Now I have to do the Sorrow boss fight. I might take a break, though. Just because I'm, you know... Dude's gotta eat, is all I'm saying. I don't want to end the stream here. Selection army, ration, noodle. Man, Grozny Grad has some of the cleanest sewer water I've ever seen. Isn't that crazy? I usually frequently streamer playing MGS and spam avant-garde references. Interesting. Is there another dog over there? Okay. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, okay. Is there one chasing me? Aw, boo. See, I'm humane. See, and this is the thing, get vaped pooch. I really did just vape on him, didn't I? Is there, like, a... Ooh, okay, I'll get that rat over there. Can I eat that? Yeah, I can. I am going the right direction, aren't I? Yeah. He's right behind me, isn't he? Alright, now it's a free run. There's stuff in the store, though. Or do I know there isn't? Run, 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 run! I actually really like the Sorrow boss fight. The proud creatures are coming. Yes, the ocelots. This is the only part of this game that's a little bit contrived, the fact that he survived this. However, in theory, he didn't survive it. Because he, you know, does go to the afterlife for a minute. But then, of course, you know, he comes back. It wouldn't be Metal Gear if we didn't have a character with a perfect opportunity to
I've been waiting for this.
get rid of their adversary and they just do nothing.
Nobody interfere.
He has a perfect opportunity to just get rid of Snake right here, and he just decides to dick around.
This is where it ends.
Oh, really? That was a lot of build-up for, like, nothing.
Snake!
Just load your gun normally next time, Ocelot. Come on. He's such an edgelord that he had to... Yeah, Ocelot, you're fucking stupid, bro. Come on.
Don't die on me yet.
What do you do if this guy is your commanding officer? Like, he's just, like, the goofiest motherfucker on the planet. Like, what do you do? I really wonder what the Ocelot unit, like, thinks of him. I mean, I know that they're, like, super loyal to him and whatnot, but, like... I also just find that kind of funny. Like, wait, I didn't kill anybody on this playthrough, so this is gonna be easy as shit.
Are you one of the Cobras?
Sad. So sad. A host of sorrows.
Isn't the Sorrow's entire shtick just gaslighting you and guilt tripping them? Isn't that his entire thing? Like, he just guilt trips you a ton?
I am the sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness. This world is one of sadness. Battle brings death. Death brings sorrow.
You gotta respond to his meows and crap.
May not hear them. Their voices may fall upon deaf ears. But make no mistake.
I've not killed anybody on this playthrough, dude.
Dead are not silent.
He's trying to guilt trip me. I've not killed anybody.
The sorrow of those whose lives you have ended.
This guy is the father of Ocelot. He is indeed. I do think I'll take a life med just to be safe. Oh, it's the B-Man. Okay. I didn't kill him. Oh, I guess he did die. That does a lot of damage, actually. It runs in the family. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Can I swim? I can't. So it doesn't... Is there any way to avoid getting hit by these guys? You have a grenade. Epic speedrun strategies to blow yourself up. I have to get to the end of the fight, though. Because I'm trying to get the camo, the spirit camo. If I have to burn a couple life meds, I guess I'll do it. Like, I really only keep them for boss fights anyway. Hey man, he was on his way out. That's not even my fault. The end, like, come on. He was already old as shit. Like, I just like made the appointment, you know? He was already gonna meet God. I just made the appointment. This shit must have been so creepy as a 12-year-old to watch this. Ow, that really hurt. So you have to dive to avoid those, right? I promise you I have not killed this many fish. Yeah, I have to reach his corpse. That was easy. I did not kill the parrot, but it's part of the boss fight. The parrot and the end, I guess they died together when he exploded or something, I don't know.
You have to shoot me.
I can't.
Shoot me. You want to finish your mission, don't you? Then you'll have to shoot me. The spirit of the warrior will always be with
I'll
you.
never understand why the boss banged this edgy ass dude.
We'll meet again someday.
I think what happened here is while Snake was knocked out in this river, he bit down on his revival pill too hard and then he woke up. I don't know. That's the way I could see it. I don't know. But I got the spirit camo, I think. I am gonna skip these cutscenes.
Snake, are you alright?
So I have to go back behind the waterfall. Is this another section where I don't... oh, damn it. Because there's like snipers, there's like Ocelot unit people around here. Did I get the... Where do I didn't screw that up, right? I got the camo, right? How do I know if I got it? I should just pick it up. Hang on, let me double check. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Ooh, okay, well, I guess I got it, but I don't know how to confirm that I did. I think I got it, but yeah, I can't use camo right now, so I guess that would make sense. Now what do I do? Oh, I mean, I know what I have to do. Smoke grenade, single action army. Thank you, goat. Oh, wait a minute, but I got rid of the transmitter, so there aren't going to be snipers up here, right? Let me save before I do that. Let me save before I run in here brazenly and potentially get myself spotted. Because I know, yeah. I did get rid of the transmitter, because that makes the game a tad easier. Yeah, I'll just to be safe. Here's my question. Does Paramedic ever run out of movies to tell you about?
Snake, you know the bridge on the River Kwai?
Haven't seen it.
It's about a group of Allied prisoners in Japanese-occupied Burma in World War II who worked together to build a bridge. Under the leadership of an English officer, the prisoners and the Japanese gradually bring the project toward completion. But at the same time, the Allied forces are hatching a plan to blow up the bridge.
War and futility go hand in hand.
I suppose so.
I didn't think you were the type to go for war movies, though.
Actually, this guy invited me to go see it with him.
A date?
Well, I guess you could call it that.
Still, you just don't seem like the type.
Well, he seemed to like war movies. He was a Navy boy. I was still an intern back then. They brought him in with a broken leg. He said, when I'm all healed up, will you go see a movie with me to celebrate?
I love Paramedic.
He was so shy.
Where is he now?
Dead.
With the 7th
No,
Fleet.
kidding. Yeah, so I don't think there's anybody up here then. I think I'm like home free essentially. Do. Alright, because I know in this area if you don't get rid of the transmitter then there's like a get behind. Oh, I can just like swim. Yeah, I just swim through, right? Yeah. Aren't there like things down here that I have to get? They always hide stuff in waterfalls. I don't think so over here though. Okay, never mind. This is not where I have to go. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, come on, bro. You see the pathway behind the waterfall? Come on, bro. Yeah, we're not gonna see the silly cutscene, but you know. Hey Snake, so you know how you went into Groznygrad and you like came out with like 10 billion broken bones? You need to go back. Yeah, put your hands on the firewood that may or may not be burning hot. Be real, Snake. Who else would drive through a waterfall on a motorcycle?
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana.
I love her Tatiana disguise. I like it when her hair is up and she has the glasses on. I think that's pretty cute, but I digress. She sexually gives her weapon back.
Eva, you could use a towel.
So could you.
And I'm skipping these cutscenes because I don't want to get age restricted. I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually get age restricted. I don't know. Maybe I would. I don't know. I'm not sure.
the Shagohod's booster unit. Do you remember?
Alright, now we gotta plant the C3. This, that, and the other. So the spirit camo should be around here, right? Oh, I got another life med. That's epic. Or maybe it's just in my inventory? Yeah! Let's go. So it is just in your inventory. Okay, that's fire. Love that. And now I have to redo my entire inventory. I love this so much. Yeah, the plan that I've cooked up with the spirit camo, now that I have that, what I want to do is, all these claymores that I'm never going to use. What I want to do is I want to, like, whenever I'm going to knock somebody out, what I'm going to try to do is, I'm going to get rid of these night vision goggles. I don't need them. They're just not useful. Thermal goggles, cardboard box, revival pill, fake death pill, life medicine. Yeah, I think we're good there. Yeah, what I want to do is essentially to just use the camo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak up behind somebody if I want to CQC them, and I'll have the you know, the camo that suits the environment. I'll have that equipped. But then what I'll do is as soon as I get close to them, I'll take off the camo I'm using, then put on the sorrow camo. And that way my footsteps are silent so I can sneak up behind them better. Although in theory that's kind of useless because if I'm sneaking up behind them, I might as well just like grab them with CQ. Like I should just stalk, you know, use the D-pad basically. I want to take a little break here, but I don't want to just like leave the stream running at the same time. I don't know, I might call it here for today because this is a pretty cardboard box. This is a pretty good spot to call it quits. I don't know. I may or I may not. Mark 22 full. Lovely, love that. Yeah, the next section that I do is gonna be a bit of a pain, so might have to save that for another day, to be honest. I think I've done pretty much all I want to for right now. I have the time today, but I should do other things with my life. Anyway, yeah, I think I'll save here just to be safe. I'm not sure if I did that. I think I did. No, I didn't.
Saving a game, Snake?
Yep, I will see everybody later. Thanks for checking in. Thanks to everybody who stopped by, everybody who's here now, and everybody who... Yeah, okay, well, it already saved there, but I think that was in the middle of a cutscene, so I'll just save again to be safe. Better save than sorry, as Steele says, my friend. Yeah, but I will... Yeah, I think I'll call that for today. That was fun, but I will do this again very soon. See everybody.